Hey guys, it's Friday. I have the day off work. We're heading out for a ride on the fat bike. It's -9 Celsius right now. It's supposed to get up to -4. So it'll be not a bad day. Funny thing though is last night it hit -20 Celsius, and you know, the high today is supposed to be -4, but it takes frickin' pretty much all day for it to reach that high. So it's a little bit after noon, 12 o'clock, and I had to wait that long before it got warmer than -10. Not that I wouldn't ride if it was colder than -10. It's just, it's supposed to be a warm day, so I'm like, what the hell, when's it gonna warm up? So I've got a route planned today that's going to be a little over 60K on a fat bike. That's going to take around 3 hours. There is a fair bit of pavement, but also a fair bit of gravel road, but those gravel roads should be snow covered now. So we got a light dusting here in the city, but the city is right beside Lake Superior, and I've said it in other videos, Lake Superior is such a large body of water. It moderates the temperature, so when you're in the winter time it keeps things warmer than it would be if you move away from the lake. In the summertime it has the opposite effect, keeps things cooler. So combination, we're going to be moving away from Lake Superior and we gain a little bit of altitude, so should be a fair bit more snow. The further out of town we get. And like I said, the gravel roads should actually be all snow covered. Yeah, so the past few weeks, a couple weeks ago, you know, we had some rain. So around here it would have been rain, but 10-15K outside of town it was snow. So we got a little dusty here, but where we're going, pretty much everything that they got fell as snow. And I'm running almost 20 PSI in the tires, so definitely looking for lower rolling resistance on these paved sections. So I don't know if I'm going to have to lower the pressure when we do get in the snow parts. Okay, so we're on Onion Lake Road here now. So we got 10K pavement before we essentially go do some off-roading. We'll end up doing a fairly long gradual climb to get to a high point. And I believe it'll be snow covered, and there's not enough snow yet for snowmobiles to get out or anything, so we'll probably be breaking trail, which will slow us down. So yeah, significantly more snow now. It's even snow still on the road. Ice, solid ice here. This is the kind of stuff here that I got those studded tires for. Don't have them on yet though. The roads are nothing like this in town. This is paved. Like once we get to gravel roads, they should be entirely snow covered. Across all these lanes of ice here, and we're going off-road. So it's not a lot of snow, but with this much air pressure, it feels like a bit of a grind. So it's going to be a long, gradual climb. This is really slow going. because I have so much air in these tires, but I don't want to let any out because only a few kilometers of this. Okay, I wimped out and I let significant amounts of air out of the tire. Probably not as low as I should go, but right away that extra softness in the tires makes this a million times more rideable. Okay, well, further in we went, it became essentially unrideable. So I'm not going to push my bike all that way. So turn around and we'll head back down to the road. We can still continue to where we're going that way. Snow's weird like that. Like, I mean, this isn't that much snow, but I don't know. It's like this granular stuff, and it doesn't really pack down. And it doesn't have a lot of traction. It's so grainy, fine and grainy. If you ride in the snow, you eventually realize that if you think you've seen every kind of possible snow condition, you haven't. I mean, the possibilities in snow types and snow conditions is almost limitless, with differences in humidity and temperature, size of the flakes, all of that stuff. Snow could change really fast. Like the snow that's falling on the ground in 24 hours, it could have been rideable, and then 24 hours later, because of the weather, it can become unrideable. This downhill is super fun once it gets snowmobiled in. Right now it's actually just kind of sketchy because a truck has come up here, and we're riding in tire tracks of one of the trucks, but because it's so narrow, and if your tire rubs up against the side of the track, the wheel track, it can grab your front wheel and make you go where you don't want to go. This spot here has been wind blown, so it's developed a crust on top, which is another thing that can sometimes not be fun to ride a fat bike through. It's crusty snow. So we're going to stop and take a drink. Okay, so this was actually the hill I was trying to avoid by going to that off-road section. I mean, they both go to the same high point, but the off-road one is way more gradual. It's fine. Good fitness, I shouldn't worry about it. Just slow going on a fat bike. I forgot I was making a vlog. Should have been talking. So yeah, it definitely looks like winter up here. We're We're 18K away from the city. Only a dusting of snow in the city, 18K away from Lake Superior, and again in elevation. It's looking winter-like out here. And I let air out of my tires so that we could ride that off-road stuff, and it's making a huge difference in our cruising speed. We have a sander. Beautiful, almost a winter wonderland out here. Okay, so we're at the top of Hilldale Road hill. We get to go down it. We'll probably come back up it, depending on our time situation. Since I let the air out of the tires, and since the snow is here, our road covered, our average speed has dropped dramatically. We were averaging 19-20k an hour. Now we've averaged 13.8. Average speed has gone down to 13.8k an hour. Significant drop. Shows you how much extra rolling resistance there can be on snow. Got a nice technical downhill here. I just mean it's twisty and curvy. And when it's gravel, it's sketchy because it's really fast, and you definitely have to brake for a lot of these corners. And it makes for a very painful uphill, especially in the snow. Probably takes close to twice as long to ride it in the snow as when it does when it's gravel. So another long climb here, but this one's really gradual. I'm just going to pick up my heart rate into tempo zone. Ride the whole thing at tempo heart rate. So I got a balaclava on, and once my heart rate gets above 140, I have to pull it off my face because I can't get enough oxygen in through it. It's one of the annoyances of riding with your face covered is when you get going hard, sometimes you can't get enough oxygen through what you have covering your face to pull it off. Well, so another long downhill. This one's gradual. I like this one because you can still use it for exercise because The middle section, you still have to pedal your ass off if you want to come along at a good speed. I kind of like that. Like here it's gradual downhill, so if you want to fly, you got to pedal. So here's Onion Lake Dam Road. So we're gonna head down it, see how things are. If we turn around at the 2-hour point, should take an hour to get home. We're not gonna go home the same way that we came out here. So we should get in our 3 hours. I still have to do another ride this evening. I need to do 4 hours next 3 days in a row. Hey! Aha! Didn't notice or see that dog till the last second. Scared me. So that we're crossing the current river here. This is a river we'll be riding this winter on fat bikes. Not quite all frozen yet. So we've been out for an hour, 57 minutes. We'll turn around at 2 hours because even if we take the shortest route home, it's going to take about an hour to get home from here. So that'll give us our 3 hours. We're probably 7-8K away from the old Onion Lake Dam site, but we're going to turn around in a few minutes. I'm going to see if we can get. We're just going to turn around at the point where it goes from being a road here that's maintained to where the road's no longer plowed. See what the conditions are like. Got maybe a kilometer to get to that point. As soon as it changes to the unplowed portion, you start climbing right away, which wouldn't make it any easier. I think only 2 people live down this far. There's one, we're coming up on the left, and then there's one more person on the right just before it becomes unplowed. This guy here has got a beautiful spot, nice mountain behind him, beautiful river right here. Looks like he clears and kind of maintains this. I don't know if this is actually his property here. Well, here's where it's unplowed, but looks like quite a few trucks have been down here. So we're actually just going to go to the bridge. There's a bridge, and we'll turn around there. We'll hydrate, and then we'll turn around. Bridge. Beautiful view. Chug the rest of this Gatorade. We're going to take a leak. Can't brain freeze. So I have one more thermos full. They're only 530 ml. Really, I'm not drinking enough on this ride, but it's always harder to drink in the wintertime. I can. These thermoses are bad because they have a flip. I'm gonna sneeze. They have a flip top on them, so they are drinkable while you're pedaling, which is nice. Don't have to unscrew anything. Okay, so now we're heading home. We're just going to do a beeline home. Should take an hour. downhill section there. Oh yeah, so we do have a headwind. Well, there's nothing you can do except put your head down and just keep pedaling. So we're at 2 hours 34 minutes. Should be pretty close to 3 hours bang on the nose when we get home. Got another few K of this hard-packed snow and ice. That's all icy ice there. And then get closer to town, it'll change to clean pavement. The last steep hill of the day. Not really enjoying these sections with all this ice here. Have to ride in the slow snow here because I feel like I have to, because well, the cars here are pretty much going over the posted speed limit, and they're definitely not expecting to see a bicycle on these roads this time of year. Even though I have every right to be here, they're certainly not going to be expecting to see me. You better get used to it. Okay, back on to clean pavement. It's funny that happened right where city limits starts and ends, so they must salt up to here, and they just sand once we leave the city limits. We're at 2 hours 49 minutes. Once we get over this little knoll here, then it's now mostly downhill home. Okay, so we've already ticked over the 3 hour mark, which is good. The ride will actually take longer than I originally planned to ride. More is better. So we're back in the city. So you can see the difference how here there's really only kind of a dusting of snow, but as soon as you get just like 10K away from the Lake Superior, turns into basically winter. Subscribe to the Crazy Cycling Vlogger. Okay, well, we're home. I'll tell you about the ride when we upload it onto Strava. So I'll see you inside. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is our ride today. So we did 54.1K, 3 hours, 16 minutes, 32 seconds. We climbed 656 meters of vertical. Average speed 16.5, maximum speed 45.4. Average heart rate 134, maximum 156. The average temperature for the ride was -5 Celsius. I used a Garmin Edge 800. I was riding a Surly Moonlander fat bike. So here is our route, and here is the profile. So that's the Omala road climb there. Yeah, it says here I got the second fastest time on it, but only two people have timed themselves, and the guy that has the fastest time did it probably a month ago when it was just a gravel road on a, I think he did it on a cyclocross bike. So there's no chance of getting close to his time on a fat bike. I think he did it in like 6 something minutes. So we did it 11 minutes 39. Just shows you how slow a fat bike is, especially 100mm rims with 5-inch tires. But boy, did we have lots of traction. So yeah, I'll post a link to this, the link to the ride on my the Strava link. Also, if you go to my channel homepage, there is a Strava icon there, so you can visit my Strava page if you like to keep track of what I'm doing and make sure I'm not lying to you guys. Yeah, feel free to follow me if you like. So yeah, I'll see you on our next ride together.